Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice might just make less money than Man of Steel. How did that happen? And will the bloody, brutal, badass rated R director's cut of Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice come to theaters soon? Hey there guys, how are you? Welcome to a brand new episode of Flick Movie News, where we talk about the movie news. I don't need that any longer, so how do you mother for me? Terrible Mark Wahlberg impression, and before we talk about the movie news, I first wanted to mention this episode's brought to you by Full Sail University. Now I'm sure if you're watching this video, you probably like movies, or else what are you doing here? And one day a lot of you might want to work in the film industry, and Full Sail University, well, it might be the right option for you. Full Sail offers degrees online and on campus that can show you what it's really like to work on a film from start to finish. The campus undergraduate film program can introduce you into the various roles in filmmaking. From writing to editing to directing, you can figure out which role fits you best. And they also offer an online digital cinematography degree. And graduates of Full Sail have went on to work on major blockbusters like Avengers Age of Ultron, which we'll talk about a little bit later in this video. By the way, did I mention I own an Ant-Man helmet? I'd put it on, but it stinks, really. Yeah, I don't like the way it smells. So if all of that sounds like something that might work for you, check out fullsail.edu/YouTube. Link down below. Now, when it comes to Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, it had the second biggest opening of all time for a DC movie. And then it had the biggest drop of all time by 69%. That's a lot. Now here's the problem with that. Typically when a huge blockbuster comes out, it does have a drop off after opening weekend, and maybe it's 40%, at the most around 50%. It's not nearly 70%. Now very quickly, before we continue on with the movie news, and I talk more about the box office drop compared to Man of Steel, I first want to say this because I already know what's going to happen. And the YouTube comments, it's going to be a battle back and forth between fanboys who love Batman v Superman and people who just hate the fucking movie. It's like I can already see it down there. I can see the fights, the battles. Wonder Woman was awesome. Batman sucks. Ben Affleck sucks. Henry Cavill was terrible. Zack Snyder was terrible. This movie was the best movie ever made. A+++, 120%. Best movie I've ever seen. Fuck the Shawshank Redemption. Batman v Superman for life. Whew. Okay, so I've seen Batman v Superman 3 times. And I was entertained each time I've seen the movie. I've done 3 videos on it. I've done a spoiler video, a vlog video, a dedicated review for the movie. I gave the movie a solid B. So I think it's fair to say overall I did enjoy the movie. I gave it a positive grade of a B. But I do have a shit ton of criticisms with the film. Now, let's get back to the movie news. The mind-blowing thing here is, it's estimated that Batman v Superman will earn less money for the studio of Warner Brothers than the Man of Steel did. It's being estimated that Batman v Superman might earn a total of $278 million compared to the total earned of $300 million to Man of Steel. That's just a lot of fucking money. Like, isn't it? It's just like, I'm sitting here in like my little office making YouTube videos, and they made $300 million. It's just like, why do we even give a shit? Like, a lot of people got rich off this movie, and I'm just some asshole in a room talking about it. I'm gonna take another drink of my Mountain Dew. How are you guys doing? I'm doing pretty good. Now let me quickly backtrack for a second. Does that mean Man of Steel earned more money than Batman v Superman? No, Batman v Superman was a much more expensive movie with a lot more marketing that went into it, had a bigger ensemble cast, more effects, so it cost more money to make that movie compared to Man of Steel. So Batman v Superman had to make a lot more money to be more profitable than Man of Steel did. Now, it's also being estimated once everything is said and done for Batman v Superman and its theatrical run with all of its toys and Blu-ray sales, it's going to earn less money than Man of Steel and The Dark Knight. And it's just like, how did that happen? You had Batman and Superman in one movie. Warner Brothers was throwing everything they had into this movie to the audience, saying, hey, watch this fucking movie. It's gonna be the first time ever Batman and Superman fight in a movie. It's like, how did that movie not earn $1.5 billion just instantaneously? Because when you take other past comic book movies like Avengers Age of Ultron, when everything was said and done for that movie, it earned $1.4 billion. And that brings me to the next topic of movie news. Batman v Superman might see its R-rated director's cut hit theaters. Yeah, we don't have to wait for Blu-ray. It's coming to the big screen. Maybe. And I think the reason behind this is fairly obvious, and you don't have to be a mathematician to figure it out. They want to make more money with the movie. So if Warner Brothers does indeed to finally release this R-rated director's cut into theaters, we'll see an extra 30 minutes of footage that's rated R, and I think a lot of people might be intrigued by that and go see the movie for the first time, or other people who have seen the movie, like myself, 3 times. Well, it's like, how could I not go see it one more time for 30 more minutes of footage and a rated R badass director's cut? I think it might make for a better movie, and I am hoping it does, so that's why I want to go see it again. So here are my final flicking thoughts on all of this movie news. I think this is kind of a scary thing for Warner Brothers. If Batman v Superman, the movie, doesn't make the money Warner Brothers wants, It's just like, do you think Aquaman's going to? Do you think Cyborg's going to? Do you think Green Lantern's going to? But now let's look at the flip side of all of this and play devil's advocate just for 1 second. Maybe had Batman v Superman been a better movie and went beyond everyone's expectations, well, just maybe it would have made more money. All right, guys, so that wraps up the movie news. Now here's my question to you. Do you think DC is headed for success? What are your thoughts on this movie not quite making the money it was supposed to? And what are your future predictions for DC movies in the DC universe? Do you think they're going to make the money that DC wants? Do you think Aquaman movies and Cyborg movies are going to falter or succeed? It's going to be a scary thing, and I'm kind of really curious to see where Justice League goes, because that comes out in 2017, and I think the film Justice League will really make or break the DC universe of future movies. Please be good, Justice League. And by the way, if you guys are still in the Batman mood, you might want to check out my second channel, John Flickster, link down below to that channel, where I'm going to unbox this. Yeah, there's something very cool in here related to Batman. So maybe check out that video. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and make sure you subscribe to my channel. That way you can see me say more stupid shit in the next video.